In this video, we're going to cover the vast choice of MartinLogan Motion speaker options to complete your Motion home theater system. To read our full overview of the entire Motion series, be sure to click the link down below to be taken to our full article on audioadvice.com. Now let's get started. If you are a lucky owner of a pair of MartinLogan Motion Series towers of bookshelf speakers and have been considering expanding into home theater, you'll be delighted to know MartinLogan has you covered. Since their introduction in 2010, the Motion Series has delivered a pure, transparent sound their large electrostatics are famous for in a much more compact and cost-effective package. One of the secrets is their folded motion tweeter design used in all of the models that gives you that effortless sound of an electrostatic panel in a much more compact speaker. MartinLogan also makes use of exotic materials, super high quality crossovers, and well-braced cabinets. This review is all about the other speakers you might consider adding to your main left and right motion speakers to put together a perfectly matched home theater speaker system. First, we'll start out with the center channel options. In a home theater system, the center channel speaker is super important. Without a great center speaker, you'll never be able to understand the dialogue track. If possible, you'll get the most seamless soundstage across the front three channels if the speakers are as close as possible to each other in design. Heck, the ideal setup is to have three of the exact same speakers across the front, but for most people that is just not practical. The MartinLogan Motion lineup makes use of two different folded motion tweeters in the models. We think it's great they offer up two center channels with the different tweeters, so you have an exact match to the Motion speakers you are using for your main left and right channels. For the Motion models in the 40, 20, or 15 series, the Motion 30i will be the center speaker you should consider. It has the same size folded motion tweeter as your main speakers. The dual 5.5-inch woofers used are the exact same material as your speakers as well. They are aluminum cones with a Vojtko crossover just like the one in your left and right speakers. The new I series offers up more finishes, so you'll have a choice of gloss black, matte white, or red walnut, all with cosmetically matched fabric grills. Cabinet construction is super solid on the 30i with internal bracing and the use of non-parallel walls to reduce cabinet resonance. Vocals will sound just as effortless and free of any distortion as they do on your main Motion models. With a sensitivity of 92 dB, the 30i is very dynamic and able to handle some of those large transients the audio engineers throw at the center channel from time to time. A side benefit of the cabinet design is you have two mounting choices. The 30i has a flat side and an angled side. Since it is a perfectly symmetrical design, you can set it up either way with zero change in performance, but the different sides let you adjust it to your system setup. If it will be placed at or adjust slightly below ear level, you want to put it on the flat side. On the other hand, if you're placing it where most center channel speakers wind up, below ear level, set it up on the angle side, which will aim the sound up towards the listening area. And in either case, be sure to use the little feet MartinLogan includes with the speakers. The 50XTi center channel uses the same larger motion tweeter found in the 60XT and 35XT series. So if you have one of these models for your main speakers, this is without question the correct choice for you. Just like the 30i, you have the same cabinet finishes with the larger motion tweeter. The 50XTi steps up to a dual aluminum 6.5-inch woofers with a bigger and even better braced cabinet. These offer bi-wiring as well, which the 30i does not. Sensitivity jumps up to 94 dB, which is pretty astounding for a center channel speaker. Dynamics really come to life with the 50XTi, and that bigger motion tweeter just sounds so effortless. Some of you with the 20, 40, or 15 models may wonder if the 50XTi is a better choice than the exact matching 30i. If you have the room and budget, we would say yes. Using the level settings in your home theater receiver, you'll be able to account for its higher sensitivity, and while the tweeter is not an exact match, we feel what you give up in the perfect match is made up for with its increased deep bass and dynamic capabilities. With Dolby Atmos and its incredible object-based surround sound, surround speakers are more important than ever. MartinLogan has a large range of choices with something for just about any situation. For Dolby Atmos, you need at least one pair of lower surround speakers and one pair of upper Atmos speakers. Ideally, you would have 2 pairs of lower and 2 pairs of upper Atmos speakers for a super immersive experience. For the lower surround speakers, they can be either a stand-mounted bookshelf type speaker, a wall-mounted smaller speaker, or an in-wall architectural speaker. MartinLogan has 2 stand-mounted choices. If you have the space in your room, using one of the MartinLogan bookshelf speakers in the Motion lineup is just a great choice. Either the 15i or the 35X Ti are fantastic and on a solid speaker stand will serve up great surround sound effects. You can check out our guide to speaker placement on audioadvice.com to find the best location for them, depending on how many immersive surround sound channels you plan to go with. If space is at a premium, or you'd like to spend a little less on the surround speakers, the Motion 4i or 2i wall-mounted speakers can be a good option. These are fairly thin models that use the folded motion tweeter and are much less expensive than the 15i or 35X Ti bookshelf speakers. One thing we really like about these is they have a pretty slick wall mounting bracket that is included with the speaker. Ideally, you want the lower level surround speakers to be close to ear level. But if the way your room lays out precludes this and you need to put them up higher, the bracket provides up to 30 degrees of tilt. For those of you who want to make the surround speakers disappear, MartinLogan gives you an in-wall architectural option with the Electromotion IW. MartinLogan has packed a lot of the same tech from the bigger motion speakers into the Electromotion IW. You'll get the folded motion tweeter and an aluminum cone 6.5-inch woofer. These are perfect for mounting on the sides as your main surrounds, or even better, add another pair in addition for rear surrounds. With the same driver tech used in the Motion models, you'll have a fantastic acoustic match. In the perfect world, the upper Dolby Atmos speakers will be mounted in your ceiling, firing down towards your listening area. For many people though, this is just not practical as it requires getting wiring into the ceiling. This caused a new category of speakers to emerge that sit on top of your main front or rear speakers and aim the sound up at the ceiling to have it bounce back down into the listening area. Home theater receiver companies have made adaptations for this new type of speaker in the software, and you now tell your home theater receiver if you're using the Atmos speakers that aim up or ones that are mounted in the ceiling. The MartinLogan AFX comes to the rescue with their version of this speaker type. And guess what? Yes, it uses the same great folded motion tweeter for another match to the rest of your MartinLogan speakers. The only caveat with the AFX, it is currently only comes in a glossy black finish, so it might not be a perfect match cosmetically if you have one of the new I models in a different color. We do have to say, on a flat ceiling, these work really well for Dolby Atmos upper effects. Just sit them on top of your motion speakers, make a quick connection, and you'll have Dolby Atmos in your home theater. If you're able to get the wiring to your ceiling, the Electromotion R is just a fantastic Dolby Atmos speaker. It uses an 8-inch aluminum cone with the folded motion tweeter and has the Vojtko crossover found in the other Motion models. The 8-inch woofer can put out some seriously deep bass with a sensitivity of 92 dB. This guy can rock. The drivers are angled inside the enclosure so you can perfectly aim it at your listening position for amazing Dolby Atmos effects. We feel the Electromotion R is the very best choice for a Dolby Atmos height speaker if you own Motion speakers. You just have to be able to get wiring up to your ceiling and cut it in, making it more practical for new home theater build-outs. The Electromotion IC is another in-ceiling model that is great for Dolby Atmos if the Electromotion R is pushing your budget. It is basically the same speaker with a 6.5-inch aluminum woofer instead of the 8-inch found in the R model. The folded motion tweeter is identical, and you also get the same Vojtko crossover. They're a little less dynamic with a sensitivity of 90 dB, but for small to medium-sized rooms, they work great. As you can tell from all of these different choices, MartinLogan makes it super easy to put together a perfectly matched home theater speaker system. No matter what kind of room limitations you may have in your space, they are likely to have a solution. The sound you will get from a Motion home theater system is something to be experienced. Those folded motion tweeters are so fast and effortless that you'll be smiling ear to ear as special effects whirl around your room. Dialog from either of the center channels is superb as well. The final icing on the home theater cake is one or more subwoofers. We were so impressed with the MartinLogan subwoofers, we did a complete video on them you can check out on our channel with the link below. If you're beginning to plan out your home theater, be sure and check out our free home theater design tool on audioadvice.com and feel free to reach out to us with any questions you have about what will work best in your room. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel to get all the latest high-performance home audio and home theater content. We'll see you next time.